You ready?
Let's do this. Hello! Welcome to our temple!
Get ready to unearth the red-hot secrets hidden in the movie Turning Red. Stay with us as we peel back the layers and uncover the subtle themes that simmer beneath the surface of this tween movie. From repressed memories to personalization, there's a lot to digest in this coming-of-age story. So tune in and let's heat things up as we uncover the secrets of Turning Red.
Yo! What up, peeps?
What are you wearing?
Pixar has entered the adolescent wilderness, as foretold at the very conclusion of 2015's Inside Out. This makes some chronological sense because many of the young viewers of the studio's early marvels, such as Toy Story, which was released about 27 years ago, are now adults with their own children and may be concerned about how to handle the most terrifying part of adolescent transitions, but this time from the perspective of an adult. Instead, the movie frequently seems to be purposely and clearly intended towards their parents, serving as a gentle reminder to them that they too were once youthful and brimming with energy, wonder, and lust. It may seem strange to use the L word when discussing a Pixar film, but the company has already explored a wide range of themes related to the human condition, including mortality, loneliness, and talking automobiles. So it was inevitable that it would happen eventually. Not so dark, but Turning Red asks parents to be supportive of their kids as they can be, but also be mindful of the fact that kids are still developing as individuals, with the right to make errors on their own, explore fledgling hobbies and wants, and keep some, even many, things private and hidden from your line of sight.
You totally are. You got this.
Big eyes and universal color schemes. What screams more anime than Pixar's Turning Red? Director Shi, who grew up watching programs like Sailor Moon, Pokemon, and Fruits Basket, remarked that anime was a huge influence on this visual appearance and animation style of the film. Like anything else, anime has always been fascinating her for its vivid and dramatic colors. It is amazing because you can clearly sense that the characters are experiencing at any one time because of how realistically they exaggerate character emotions and facial characteristics. Because Mii experiences so many significant emotions throughout the narrative, it felt like the appropriate style to pull from to have us feeling what Mii is feeling. Combining parts of Pixar's more Western, three-dimensional CG technique with Japanese anime, which is aesthetically more stylized and graphic and often two-dimensional, was a challenge for Turning Red. However, they pulled it off so well. Some of the most visible aspects of Turning Red will be familiar to anime aficionados, such as the universal color scheme and the way characters' eyes change size and sparkle when they're delighted. Additionally, it may seem in some of the camera angles, the lighting, and character motions. If you think you could grasp a resemblance with some of the renowned anime shows, then you were right. The movie was largely influenced by the hues of the magical girl anime and Sailor Moon. Beyond specific sequences, the anime influence may also be seen in the sense that Mii and her pals have their own distinctive hues, just like the youthful warriors in Sailor Moon.
Are you serious? You can't trust him. It's a trap.
This sounds like a boy-girl party.
Did you notice an inclusion here and there? Sometimes in Ming's clothes, sometimes in Mii's walls? But why? Let's find out. In essence, Turning Red looked at how familial ties and cultural and social ideals may help families flourish. So, the movie's images, on the other hand, provided another understated approach to elevate the situation. From the opening shot to the closing credits, Turning Red is a lively and bright movie that perfectly captures the excitement and vibrancy of being a young adolescent. But bearing a huge red panda, the subtle addition of green was one of the greatest ways to employ color. Red is sometimes characterized as an explosive, blazing hue that symbolizes everyone's untamed side. Green, however, is a sign of prosperity, harmony, purity, and cleanliness in Chinese and Asian cultures. However, given the setting of the tale, Mii's inner tranquility communicated with her through the color green. Mii would transform into her panda form and give into her wild side whenever her emotions overcame her. Her family members had also gone through this when they were young, since her magical ailment is inherited by the ladies in her line, and now they they all wear various shades of green and have encased their inner panda spirit in various encounterments. We can see all of them wearing green to symbolize their inner tranquility because they all had to learn to control their more violent tendencies that come with being young adults. Me never wore green, so the hue and serenity it stood for were expressed in other ways. She had green walls in her room, for instance, and every scene in the movie in which she appeared was either surrounded by green or included a green filter. Even though Me was therefore never peaceful, she was constantly surrounded by it.
Dang, he is working you.
What a diva!
It'll all be worth it.
At this point, we can all agree that Turning Red is fundamentally a coming-of-age story that is deeply ingrained in both Toronto's Chinese-Canadian community culture and the tween culture of the early 2000s. Me's virtual pet through the late 1990s and early 2000s nonetheless carried an increasing symbolic importance for Me. If you thought it was just a digital pet, you were wrong. Me struggles in this movie because she is caught between being her mom's decent little daughter and expressing her untamed inner beast, the actress said. She specifically focused on the experience of children of immigrants, while Me's coming of age reflects a universal dilemma for the majority of children. In this way, this digital pet serves as the movie's representation of that contrast. Analyzing the symbolic significance in Turning Red reveals Me's development, her changing connections with her friends and family, and how she finally combines her two worlds. So, later in the movie, we see that Me confessed that she had given her virtual pet the name of a Four-Town member. Therefore, Me's primary cause of rebellion against her mother, her fandom, and love of Four-Town, which Ming utterly disregarded, was really linked to her digital pet. Isn't it so funny and relatable at the same time, now that we think of it? Like predicted, Me's father linked the virtual pet to her increasing attraction to guys, which her mother wished to stifle. In her assertion, that digital pet will finally get to meet his father at the performance. So, a Tamagotchi, the Robert Jr., was therefore closely related to Me's development, maturity, and rebellion, even though it first looked to be merely a kid's toy. Damn, Pixar is an expert when it comes to packing things up.
Neutralizes the panda.
Aw, it's our love.
We're like a warm and fuzzy blanket.
Yeah.
Sorry to burst your bubbles, but no. If you remember, after a battle with Me at the ceremony to seal Me's red panda spirit away, Ming's necklace, which contained her red panda spirit, shattered. Ming was notably bigger than the rest of her family when she assumed the red panda form, and she rampaged across Toronto in ways that brought to mind Godzilla movies or other monster flicks. Now, Ming's red panda form may be larger than usual since she had to repress so much of herself in order to conform to society's ideal of perfection. Reading between the lines here. In contrast to Me, Ming didn't have any friends or relatives who accepted her without condition, at least not in a way that she could identify. After her family decided to change into the red panda forms despite the risk to save her, Ming was only able to be cured through another ceremony. After the procedure, Mr. Gao infused Me's virtual pet with Ming's red panda spirit. This modification was significant because it allowed Ming's red panda to no longer be entirely sequestered. Instead, Ming started communicating with her red panda spirit on a daily basis, treating it like a virtual pet, because Ming was now let to accept the aspects of herself that she had long suppressed. This transformation symbolized healing for her. And lastly, the fact that Ming said her red panda spirit was always hungry when tending to it revealed that there had always been a part of her that was insatiably curious. As the credits roll on Turning Red, it's clear that there's more to this film than meets the eye. From subtle nods to classic literature to deeper themes of identity and self-discovery. Keep your eyes peeled for these hidden secrets the next time you watch Turning Red. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.
We love you, girl.
We love you, girl.
Panda or no panda.